Okay, so there's the baffle. I welded it in there. The pipe's coming down from up top there. It just stuck in a little bit, but I welded in this baffle to try to keep ashes and stuff from maybe blowing up in the chimney. There's an opening in the very back there, so it's got plenty of airflow. I drilled a few holes in the front here. I don't know, see if it'll help with the airflow through the fire or not. If not, I'm gonna have to drill a couple of holes in the door or put a pipe in the bottom or something somehow. I haven't figured it out yet, but I got my baffle welded in there. She's pretty much ready. I'm gonna take her outside for the maiden burn to burn all this shitty paint off, and then I'm gonna bring it back in here. I'm going to install my dampener, and then she should be ready to go. Not looking too shabby. I'm digging it. I like the way she's coming out. But like I said, I'm going to take it outside right now and start a fire in it to burn that shit off. It's dark outside. It's about 7:30 at night, so I don't know. I'm going to get a fire in there and start it and see if this camera will let you guys see it or not, because this is probably the cheapest camera you could fucking buy, and it makes everything look really dark and shitty. But she's coming along. I'll keep you updated. I got her burning. I hooked up my air hose for my compressor to her. I got her blazing. The barrel's glowing orange and there's flame coming out the pipe. My buddy pulled. Okay, so I was trying to make a video last night of me burning the paint off, but my buddy pulled in right at the same exact time, so I don't know, I got a quick one there. You saw I got it so hot I had the barrel glowing red, and I had flames coming out the back of that in the driveway. But I picked up a few things today. I got 6-inch dampener in the pipe there. I got an exhaust coupler, 1 3/4 to 1 3/4. One's an inner diameter and the other end's an outer diameter, so it's tapered. And last night when I was burning, I found out it needs a lot more airflow. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this exhaust piece. I'm going to cut a hole in the door. I'm going to push this through the door and weld it there, and then I'll cut a hole. I'll cut a hole in here for it to go through, and then air will go through the door through this and feed the bottom of the fire. I'm going to make some kind of a door for the opening of this so I can control the airflow. I also got some stove paint, some Rust-Oleum high heat. I put this on the wood stove in the house. It's pretty good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna paint her up. And I even got some red high heat paint. I might put some flames on it, kind of like the wheelbarrow. Now that I did a little bit of flames, I want to find stupid shit to be able to practice on, and then maybe I'll be able to do a car. But that's what I got going on here and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna cut a hole in it right now for that piece of exhaust tube so the fire can breathe. Yep. Okay, so this is what I got. Took that exhaust pipe, welded it in, cut my hole out. I didn't have a hole saw, so I used a spot weld drill bit, and I went around all the way around the circle and popped it out. Stuck that exhaust pipe adapter in the hole, welded that, and then I found a big thick washer I had on my toolbox. I took a quarter and welded it over the hole in the washer, and then I took a stud. This is from like a plastic bumper, has coarse threads on one side, goes into the plastic, and then the fine threads stick out for the nut to go on. I welded that on there, so now I can control how much airflow I want in a wood stove. I also cut out the inside. I cut out the inside here so I would have enough allowance to have the pipe come through and go to the fire. Should work pretty good. Now I also got my damper in. Got it in there. I don't know if you can see that. Got that in there. Works good. Got my elbow over here. We're almost ready to go. But now I got the fun part. I'm gonna paint it. Just using a foam roller and the Rust-Oleum high heat paint. So I'll paint it and give you a shot of her all painted and sitting pretty. Coat of black is on. Let me plug in the light so you guys can see. Right there. I used a Chinese food takeout container and a foam roller on a roller handle. Nothing special. I went to town and I painted her black. Got the pipe, the outside, everything. Now this product, the high heat Rust-Oleum, it doesn't suggest, it says there's no recommendations for top or second top coat. But I put 2 coats on it anyway. I like to put 2 thin coats on it because this material is it's real thin stuff and it likes to run on you. Even with a roller, I mean, if you just roll a little heavy like up in here on a lip or something, it just like 5 minutes later you got a drip coming from it. So I like to roll on two light coats, thin coats. I mean, I kind of dry roll both coats. That's why I do 2 to cover where you can see through. But it looks all nice and shiny now. But after it dries and you burn it off, it goes to flat black. So, I mean, the can says satin black, but there is nothing satin about it. Once you burn it off, it'll all go dull. But it's all nice and painted. Got it in here too. Yep, just wait for it to dry now. I'll start a little fire in it and probably 3 or 4 hours to fully make it dry quicker and to fully cure it, and then let it cool down, and then I'm going to start taping out for some flames. I've been practicing drawing some flames. Nothing fucking fancy or looks good, but I'm trying to come up with some designs. See how it goes. I want to kind of start them like maybe 6 inches long there and slowly work their way out until they're about halfway up the barrel on the top, and then slowly go back in until they're 6 inches again. I don't know, you'll get the idea once I start to do it. I think it'll look cool, but deciding on how I want to tape them out and what kind I want them to look like is gonna be the hard part, and then laying them out, of course. But well, it'll be fun. I'll keep you updated.